Hello? Hello, test 1 2. Test the microphone 1 2. Microphone check 1 2. Bro, question go. Hello, bro, question go. Hello? Check 1 2. The man down, the man go esoro. Esoro lórí ẹsẹ̀ the man go.
Number of man upon husband material. Here in a meta, dimpa. Owundo Ibonakpo legacy. It is an event that would bring together the movers and shakers of everything important in the whole of Nigeria. I am full of joy. I am excited. Obina somu rikpo, as the Igbo would say. Now, if you look behind me, you're going to see very notable persons of Igbo extraction. Just behind me is Ebuka Obi Uchendu. Diokwa, good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Oh, fine. Oh, Chukuna Goziegi. Some very quick questions before you proceed. What do you think of the Igbo Apprentice System?
I think it's phenomenal, and I think it's long overdue for the world to understand what happens there. Even I, as an Igbo man, I'm fascinated by it, so I can't imagine what the world has to say. I'm very excited about this today.
Have you ever been an apprentice?
Well, kind of. Nolo Igbo.
Nolo Igbo. Tell us about the experience.
I mean, everybody goes through some sort of training, but not in the formal Igbo way. I wish I got that experience, in a traditional Igbo way, because we've seen so many people who have created wealth that way. So there's obviously something there that needs to be studied properly and applied in business schools, because, I mean, who says that business schools has to be done in the way the Western world wants it to be done? So, I mean, I wish I did, but yeah.
So what do you look forward to seeing in the documentary?
I want to learn. I honestly want to learn, because something that has worked so well, obviously, is going to impart education and impart knowledge in people. So I just want to learn from that and hopefully pass it forward.
So I would ask a question that I'm very sure that when people hear your answer, they would feel some type of way about, because it's not everybody that you ask this question. Now, can you tell me one thing that excites you the most and makes you very, very proud that you are Onyi Igbo?
It's very simple. Hey!
Hey!
I like food a lot. and I'm from Okija, which is in Anambra State, and that's our traditional food at home. What people call fufu, but fufu is not apu. Apu is, you know what I mean?
Apu is apu now.
Anoha.
Apu anoha.
Any day, I can for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Chukuna gozieki one day.
Thank you very much.
All the best. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just spoke to a super talented Nwafo, a proud son of Igbo land, Ebuka Obi Uchendu, and he's told me why he's super excited that he is Igbo. He just mentioned Akpu no for her. When you mix Akpu and no for her, you know you are in heaven. And hey, if you are not Igbo, sorry, oh, I understand though, but sorry, because Nwafo is Nwafo. Nwafo is any of the finest adjectives in the world that you would like to qualify the Nwafo. Nwafo the okay, Nwafo the good, Nwafo the nice, Nwafo the wonderful. And we're going to see a lot about the Igbo culture on display today. We also have people of other ethnic backgrounds. They have come together to celebrate the Igbo culture. Remember, the very essence of our gathering is to learn a lot about the Igbo Apprentice System. The Igbo Apprentice System. So you learn the systematic way through which people study and understand, imbibe certain values, and also create wealth. Oh, Igbo be Igbo. Mamanu. If you are not Igbo, just calm down. Calm down. Come, let us give you passport. So that you become Nwafo. Oh, I'm going to be speaking to more people. But if you look behind me, you are going to see the masquerade, the Charichamma. Very, very beautiful. Today, you're going to see the Igbo culture on display. Now you can see. This is where Shaku Shaku came from. Zanku, all the dance that they dance in the 21st century, all the dance steps. This is where it came from. See, the entire shaking of the body. Oh, Mau Nuku. Hello. So now you can see superstar, multi-award winning, internationally recognized Paul Okoye. Good evening, sir. One day, welcome. Everything okay. One day, shade okay. Now I have some very important questions for you. What is your take on the Igbo Apprentice System?
Anybody I will say it doesn't understand it, that means you don't understand it. That's the best way. People don't even know. If you don't have money to go to school or whatever, there's this thing about, in the past, I have brothers that did it. I have cousins that did it. They succeeded, but most times some don't keep to their words. That's where the bigger problem is. That's the problem. But trust me, that's what keeps the Igbos going. Anywhere we go to succeed, because we always. There's nothing giving somebody money. Come in, come and learn.
Don't give the person fish. Teach them how to fish.
The next thing, the person owns his own, you settle the person.
One very important question that I know that a lot of people would want to hear your answer today is, have you ever been an apprentice?
Yes.
Tell us about your experience.
Okay, I used to be an electrician for somebody when I was in secondary school. His name was Chooks. I used to work for him. It wasn't like paying me, but it was for him to settle me. Okay, but fortunately, I did it for like almost 2 years, but music took over. Before I allow you go, quick one. All the young people watching should understand that you must learn under somebody. Exactly. There is no way. You must learn. And if the great rude boy, internationally acclaimed, internationally renowned, worldwide celebrated, also stooped low to learn, who are you not to learn? Now, what are you looking forward to seeing in this documentary? I want to see more of the reality, and I'll make sure that I hope and I pray and I hope there's a part whereby disappointment is involved, because we need to understand that it's a trust kind of business. It's a trustworthy kind of thing. It's not something. Most times people think it's about relation with my cousin or my uncle or whatever. No, it has to do with trust. Somebody that's going to serve you. Yes, you might not be paying the person's salary, but there's this thing about feeding. Fine. But if you get to that 4 or 5 years, you should think about it. This person have already understood everything about the business. Even the guys are not going to be there. It's the boys that will be running the thing. So it will get to a level. Just settle the person. Get him a shop. It mustn't be as big as yours, but give him something to start up his own. So that's my advice. That's what I pray to see. And I want to see also let's understand that there's still some kind of disappointment. That is meaning some people are not truthful. Some people are not trustworthy.
One day, before you go, one last question. If we go through your history, it is clear that you always identify as an Nwafo. You don't shy away from it. You don't deny it. But I would like to ask one question that so many people say, hey, Paul, Rude Boy has answered our question. Can you tell me one thing that you are very proud of being an Igbo man?
See, this one go shock you now. You see that word they say Igbotic? Your accent is sounding Igbotic. What am I supposed to answer? What am I supposed to? Where am I from?
Supposed to sound Queen Elizabeth?
Am I from England? Am I from America? If I speak and you hear the Igbo tongue, respect that because I keep it culture. I'm not faking it.
It's all over. It's all over. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm bringing to you superstars on the red carpet. When the Igbo people say Igbo Weremadu, they are referring to people of excellence, people who should be celebrated. It means that we have eminent sons and daughters. And today, on the hero green carpet, you're going to see heroes that would celebrate. I brought you Ebuka Obi Uchendu. You have seen Rude Boy, Paul Okoye. You're going to see more. You're going to see more. You're going to see more. On the green carpet, the hero green carpet. Oh, here in Egeme, everything will happen here. Proud one for. Hey! Oh! So, when you listen to the sound of the soothing music from the outside, it is the Ogene. Hey! Ogene. Cham, 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 cham. See coordination. So I'm going to take you so that you see the guy. Cham, 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 cham. One, well done, sir. Oh! Oh, one, oh, one, okay. So this is the sound of the Ogene. Energetic young Igbo man giving us tunes that would excite us. Hey, 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 hey. One day, nice one. It's okay. One day, it's okay. One day, oh. One day, it's okay. So you're enjoying the sound of the Ogene music. I mean, it's our identity, it's our culture. It's an enduring legacy in Igbo land. So wherever you reside, wherever you come from, wherever you're watching or you're tuned into the show watching me now, if you're proud that you are Igbo, raise your head high. Raise your head high. Because, no now, you don't hear them, you don't hear them, you don't hear them. Hey. Oh. So on display today we have culture. Like I said, mon. You can see. Oh. see culture on display. The Igbo culture, our proud cultural heritage. If you are proud to be Anwafo, if you are proud to be Igbo, raise your head high wherever you are. Oh, oh. We will never discard our great cultural heritage. We would always hold our values. We would pass them from generation to generation. Igbo amaka, Igbo amaka, Igbo amaka. Good evening, sir. So I don't know if I can conduct a quick interview with you. Yes, so the cameraman will just focus so that we can discuss. Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, I'm Mwezuku Chukwudi.
Okay.
I'm Enugu State.
Emeka Okeke.
Emeka Okeke. Oh, Mpa. Good evening, sir. So, what is your take on the Igbo Apprentice System?
My take on it.
Yes.
It's an enduring one. It has produced a lot of successful people. It's a system that enables the Igbo man to hand down what he has learned from generation to generation and breed the next level entrepreneurs out of the system. It has created a lot of progressive people, and it has come to stay. You could see a lot of successful people across. The apprenticeship system does not stop at Alaba trading. It also includes learning handcraft, learning leadership, and learning entrepreneurship across board, and learning how to lead is all an embodiment of a lot of things. So as an Igbo man, I'm truly proud of the apprenticeship system.
So I would ask a personal question. Have you ever been an apprentice?
Well, yes, I have.
Tell us about the experience.
Okay, the apprentice I've been being apprentice to my father for local wisdom. I'm a graduate from University of Nigeria in Nsukka, but
Super Lion.
yes. So all the time while I was in the university, I'm proud to say that I spent most of the time during the holidays in my father's shop, in my father's cement shop, learning and understanding how he was making money to pay my bills, which probably is the very foundation that I have today as an entrepreneur running my own business.
So I would like to ask another very important question.
Thank you.
What do you look forward to seeing in this documentary tonight?
In this documentary tonight, I look forward to seeing the pride of the Igbo man from the apprenticeship system and rekindle my interest in the system and see how I can use this program to affect mentorship, which is apprenticeship, mentorship in my own workspace, and also bringing my children back who are in different parts of the world to also benefit from the apprenticeship system.
Now, I can see your attire. You're dressed like a proud Nwafo. And I would like to ask, I know that there are several factors, and you can give me reasons even until tomorrow night why you are proud to be an Nwafo. But I'd just like you to mention one, because we know that some people that are not Nwafo would look at it and say, oh, how I wish. Let us not make the wish become plenty wish. Let us just make them be wishing small that they are Nwafo. Can you just tell me one thing that fills you with pride as an Nwafo?
The one thing that makes me very proud as an Nwafo Igbo is the fact that I'm an Igbo man. Is the fact that all my names are Igbo. Is the fact that there's something to look back home. Is the fact that I've not lost touch with my roots.
And therefore, Agaracha must come back. Agaracha Ayala Aligo.
Agaracha Ayala Aligo. God bless you, sir. Thank you so much. Have a great experience. Really interesting, the conversation that I have had. And, you know, it fills me with pride that I'm an Nwafo, and I will never trade it for anything in the world. Like I said, wherever you are tuned in, watching me, raise your head high as a proud Nwafo. It is not what they buy you. It is not what they dash people. If you are Nwafo, be proud that you are Nwafo. More conversations on the red carpet, but I allow you to enjoy the display by the Mwong, the masquerade, and also the beautiful sound of the Ogene. I'll be speaking to more people. We'll have engaging conversations. Good evening, sir. Good evening. Afam Wezugu Chukudi.
David Chukwumere.
David Chukwumere. Good evening, sir. Questions. I have some questions that I would like to ask you. Now, what is your but Ima? Yes, Makandozo na balance. Balancing is needed. What do you think of the Igbo Apprentice System?
This is our culture. This is our strength. It will never stop. Nothing can stop it anywhere in the world. It works like that. I traveled and I saw it that even in deep town Kenya, Nairobi, we had some Igbo people training other younger Igbo people to become great traders. So it has become like an industry, a global industry. Igbo apprenticeship. When it comes to trading, handwork, mechanic, whatever, Igbo apprentice has come to stay.
Have you had that experience?
I was never an apprentice, but I had apprentice.
Okay, so can you please just share, the whole experience with the people who were learning from you, who saw you as their mentor?
Okay, I'm a sound engineer, so I had some other Igbo people and other people that are not Igbo people under me, some Akwa Ibom people and all that. So the experience is that sometimes you see your boys conspiring against you, but it's joy. I know that it happens. You understand? So, but it's joyful. I see them grow and I see them learn the thing that I'm teaching them. It's joyful. You understand? So the experience is that even though some people, all of them will not be very good, all of them will not be successful,
yes,
but you will see some of them grow past you, way higher than what you are doing. You understand? So that's the joy.
The joy in seeing that people who you have mentored,
who you train,
people under your tutelage have grown. No envy or jealousy whatsoever.
No, now how can you envy your own child? No, now
it is impossible.
It's your prayer for your child to grow more than you.
True.
That's
so
it.
What are you looking forward to seeing in the documentary tonight?
Igbo culture, our language, our food, our dressing. These are the things, our location, our lifestyle being played. That's what I'm expecting to see. Igbo culture portrayed in its optimum. That's what I'm expecting to see today.
So I would like you to tell me one thing that fills you with pride as an Nwafo. I know that there are so many, but let us just restrict it to one. People will be looking and be wishing that they can drop their identity and embrace the Igbo one. Let's not make the thing enter their eye too much. But just tell me one very important one.
Igbo people can never be covered, can never be hidden. That is one thing. We can never be hidden. Like I said before, I went to another place in Toto local government, Nasarawa State. I saw an Igbo man. That was the only light in Toto local government.
Hey!
We can never be hidden. That's what is making me proud of Igbo. You understand?
Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. Chukuna Gozegi. You see, the Igbo is like the goldfish, like he has said, can never be hidden. The glory of the Igbo man or Igbo woman will always shine. Igbo Wenemadu, Igbo de okay, Igbo be Igbo Mamanu. We're going inside. Yes, let's go inside and have a feel of, the amazing experience inside.
You all know him as a Sophia. Big shout out to you, boss. I see you. Okay. And of course, I can see bigger bosses here too. I saw the
Chris Ubosi.
Thank you very much.
When you talk media, when you talk radio, radio is not complete without the mention of the name Chris Ubosi. Thank you so much. And of course, I can see when you talk Afrif, you talk Evo. Chukudi, I see you. Husband material. One, I see you. Hold on. Mr. DJ.
Can we cut the music down a bit?
Bring Genya down.
Thank you.
Bring Genya down. All right. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, because if you've been entertained with the Umu Puff Puff and Ife and Atakasieva, we can panyezin at the hall. So we can start to let's make our way to the hall for the premiere. Once you feel like walking in, please let's do that. Yeah, the hall is by my left-hand side. That is your own right, maybe. It depends. So if you Ngata. Brother, who they cry to see you?
So once you're done with the meal, you could just move to the left and move into the hall, so we can kick off the premiere. Thank you very much.
Hello, sound check.
So some more of the action on the red carpet, some more of the action on the green carpet, sorry, the hero green carpet. You can see the bottle, the hero superior quality premium lager bottle, green in color, rich satisfying taste, always yoku. There is no argument, no argument, rich satisfying taste. The beer for heroes, hero beer. So I'm still on the green carpet, and you can hear the soothing sound of the ogene. Oh, oh. You know, as an Igbo man, you don't dance anyhow. You don't dance anyhow because it is already in you that you are great. So your dance step will come naturally. Anything you do is dance. See me now. See my leg. Anything I do is dance. Take it or leave it. Oh. Ijegu zone. Ijegu zone. Ijegu zone. So you're listening to this is one name. Oh. Legend. Living legend. Living legend. Oh. Again. Hey, one day. Ladies and gentlemen, Rude Boy, Paul Okoye, superstar, Igbo Weremadu. We have eminent sons and daughters, Igbo land. Oh. The Ogene group, Ijegu zone. Sound, music, enjoy the culture, enjoy the sound. Oja, listen. Hey, listen. Ladies and gentlemen, today on display is the rich culture and tradition of the Igbo people. Whether you are from Abia, whether you are from Enugu, whether you are from Ebonyi, whether you are from Imo, whether you are from Anambra, be excited, be proud of where you're from, be proud of who you are. Raise your head high. I'll be having some more conversations. I hope to speak to some more people so that they can just tell me their experience and tell me what they expect, what they're anticipating, coming out here tonight to see this special documentary. We're going to remember this day. Write it down in history, never to be forgotten. We're passing information very vital from generation to generation. Oh. So we're going inside now to see for ourselves. People are already eating small chops. Like pokpof, meat pie, small hamburger, akara. So I'll speak to some more people. One day, good evening, sir. I don't know if I can just speak to you for a few minutes. Good evening, sir. Yes. So what is your take? What is your take on the Igbo Apprentice System?
The Igbo Apprentice System now waiting on day in existence for a very long time. In fact, a lot of us, we were born to later realize that this is something that is even bigger than what we think it is. And with the Hero Apprenticeship documentary, where Hero they do right now, what Hero don't do now to position themselves as a leading brand, especially the brand that targets the audience in the Southeast, South. And what they've done is to set themselves apart, trying to connect to the emotion of the people in the Southeast, to even let them realize that this brand is not just a beer brand, but a brand that recognizes the struggle and the entrepreneurship spirit of the people in the Southeast, and to further celebrate them, to say, see, we there here, we know what's in there happen, we recognize with you guys, and we reward you for everything that you've done to set yourself apart from every other person in Nigeria. So I think it's a great project.
As a young man, you don't be apprentice before.
I never be apprentice before.
You know anybody when don't be apprentice?
Plenty. A lot of
You feel tell me some of the experience of those people when don't be apprentice before, when you know.
So their experience basically in a say, okay, so they started from the scratch, right? With little or no hope. But the apprenticeship system has actually given them a future, given them a life, it has made them successful businessmen and women. And in their own little way, they've contributed to the development of society, and the people in the Southeast, and in fact, the people in Nigeria at large. So the apprenticeship system the Igbos are known for the apprenticeship system, right? But then the reward, the effect of it is being felt not just all over Nigeria, but all over the world. Some of the things that we would normally have imported from outside Nigeria are being manufactured here and are being sold at a much lower price. So what that has done is to further develop the economy of Nigeria. So it is an Igbo thing, but it has a much larger effect on the entire economy of Nigeria. So it's a great thing.
So
and those who have gone through it, like I said, started from little or nothing, but have become very forces to reckon with in Nigeria.
What do you look forward to seeing in tonight's documentary?
So what I look forward to seeing is, a different angle to what we know. So we know that, the Igbos are known for their apprenticeship system, but what Hero is going to do is to bring different angles to it, to also let us know the things that we thought we knew before, but didn't know how deep it is actually. So Hero is going to bring out those elements, the different elements of the apprenticeship system, and is going to make it larger than life.
I know say some people will look you finish and see Igbo man when stand, when they okay. I know say plenty things there when they make you there proud, say you be Igbo. But I could just like make you mention one. Just mention one thing when we say, as you the reason now, if they make your belly the sweet, say you be one for.
So now, there's an interesting twist to that. Nobody say I be Igbo. I'm not Igbo. But I have friends, colleagues, and in-laws who are Igbos. And
you don't be Igbo, be that now. Once you don't get in-law don't turn family. Friend don't turn family. So you go tell us one thing.
And what I can say is, about the Igbos, the unique thing about them is the fact that they have this never say die spirit. They are very, very strong and disciplined, businessmen and women. Not to say they like money, everybody like money. But what the Igbos have done is to say, no, we not just like money, but we make money work for us, through business. So they are very, very dogged. They set themselves apart, and of course, what they do actually impacts and generally positively affects everybody in the country.
Thank you very much. I'm really very, very grateful. So you can see that people from every ethnic background have identified with the Igbo. They have come out to celebrate with us. Like he said, when you look at the qualities, the true character of the Igbo man, dogged, or Igbo woman, dogged, resilient, they do not give up. They would always keep pushing. Even when they succeed, they want to hand down from one generation to the next. So I'm very sure that we're having an interesting experience from all the conversations that we have had, and you have learned a lot about the rich Igbo culture. I'm going to be speaking to some more people. I've spoken to men. I won't follow women talk. I won't follow Igbo woman talk. I won't follow woman talk. I won't follow Igbo woman talk. Make it not be like saying only men there here. I won't follow Igbo woman talk. I go just patch here now and calculate. When I see one woman, I attack. and ask question. I need to speak to a woman. What happened? I've been talking, I'm saying I must follow. So when she finish, I go follow her talk. I must follow woman talk. Not be only men. I must follow woman talk here. I will speak to a woman. We'll have a conversation.
Nnamdi Ojiego.
Nnamdi Ojiego. Hey, Nnamdi Oji money. Nnamdi Ojiego.
Yes.
What do you think of the Igbo Apprentice System?
I must tell you that that particular Igbo culture, let me regard it as culture because it's something that has been from time immemorial and still today. So it's part of us. So we can confidently say it's part of our culture. It's our culture. So I can say that has helped many of us, to escape poverty.
Have you had any experience as an apprentice?
Yes, I did.
Tell us about the experience.
That was from July 1998 to December 1998 when I finished my secondary school. So I went there, thinking that I will continue, but my mother had a better option. So she said that, no, you cannot go into business. Go to school.
What are you looking forward to seeing in the documentary tonight?
Seeing those the high points. Let me say the advantages of apprenticeship. You understand? Because not everybody actually knows exactly what or apprenticeship means. You understand? So I'm looking forward to know the hidden advantages that are not known to many people. That will ignite interest. From people that they will not just look at it as is meant for those who did not go to school, that even graduates can actually go into it, learn trade, serve their masters, and become something.
My brother, this is your name now, very unique name, Nnamdi Ojiego.
So we are making an effort to get the money.
You are Ojiego, and you are making an effort to get the money.
To live up to the name now.
To live up to the name?
Yes.
So can you tell me one thing that fills you with pride as an Igbo man? One thing. I know there are so many, but just give me one.
Because we love ourselves.
Oh.
We love helping each other.
Oh.
You know, because many people will tell you that Igbos do not love themselves, but I disagree with them. Because when you look at the way we carry each other along, from the village, from the city, wherever we are, we have this meeting, Omona meeting, community meeting, local government meeting, state meeting. That's the way of, you know, coming together, trying to be there for each other. You understand? This particular thing is what I love most among the youth.
God bless you. Now, I promised that I was going to speak to a woman. I'm just trying to buy time. I must speak. I must. We have eminent sons and daughters. I've been speaking to the sons and sons and sons. Let me speak to a proud Igbo daughter. So just give me some time. I will just switch and I'll have the conversation with this eminent Igbo daughter. So you enjoy the conversation. Yes, Bobby, okay. So while I allow her, I need her to just balance very well. Let me speak to a proud Igbo son, Steve Onu, aka Yo. Like God created radio and created Yo. Dede, good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
Quick one. What do you think of the Igbo apprentice system?
I think whether we like it or not, it has come to stay, and then people learn from it, and then they learn patience. Even if you don't learn any other thing, you learn patience, and then they might not understand 1 + 1, 2, but they understand 1 naira plus 1 naira is 2 naira. You understand? And they are really, really smart. Yeah, give it to them.
I am blessed to know you personally, and I know that a lot of people have passed through you, and you are also a product of so many people. I heard you this morning, you know, saying that you would always remember what Raskimono did for you.
Yes.
Can you just tell us your experience as an apprentice?
As an apprentice on the job, I'll give it to Dan Foster. I'll give it to all the musicians that were then. I'm talking of 2007, 2008. But big shout out to Dan Foster of blessed memory. I'm telling you, I learned a lot under him, and then I'll never forget those things that he said that were really, really, really important to me. Don't worry, I don't want to say it to anybody until they come for mentorship also.
Yeah, many people know you as Steve Onu, but the whole world knows you as Yo, and you are not one who shies away from emphasizing that you are of the Igbo extraction. Can you tell me one thing that fills you with pride? That you are an Mwafo?
Mwafo the industrials. Aina bambo. Anybody man, aina bambo. And umba na ba bife kachangba. Don't worry, I have to speak it in Igbo. And then anywhere they say it, anywhere you don't see the Igbo man, that place is not safe. Osondo kaga na aban. Osondo. I'm going to MC the event. Bye bye.
Thank you very much. God bless you. I mean, interesting conversations with eminent sons and daughters of Igbo land. This particular daughter, no, I must speak to this particular eminent daughter of Igbo land. So, there are several people watching. I don't know if they can hear me. Good evening, sirs. Good evening, ma. Afamwezu Guchukudi. Nod your head if you can hear me, with all due respect. Oh, Chineke, they are hearing me all over. Mommy, good evening, ma. Yvonne Mbanefo, God bless you. Chukuna Goziegio. Dede. Ezike Henry, God bless you. Timothy Modu, God bless you. Kim Blocks, DOB, God bless you. Omololu Duroja, God bless you, sir. We are worldwide. We are worldwide. Chike Azonye, God bless you, sir. We are worldwide. They are watching me from the diaspora. Mamima, see your son. They are watching me from diaspora. Everywhere in the whole world. So I'm now international. I'm global. Me too, na hero. God bless you. I'm sure that you have an interesting experience this evening. Just sit back, relax, and have fun and enjoy yourself. Mommy Yvonne, I like this your dress code. Lolo. Chukuna Goziegi. Dede, Ezike Henry, this your cap is one in town. Yeah, God bless you, sir. Timothy Modu, God bless you. You balance well. This your chair is strong. Thank you very much. Chike Azonye, God bless you. White Biabia, God bless you, sir. Omololu Durojaye, so picture. We cannot see you. Ogadiobi, God bless you, sir. God bless you. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going into the hall now. We would carry on with the documentary, and I'm sure you're going to have an amazing experience. Thank you so much. South Mass for St. Mary. In small way. You guys are doing very well. Thank you very much. What's your name? My name is Ezo Kuchu. Ezo Kuchu. Just tell him husband material. An Android. No problem. So, do I get your number?
No, I'll give you immediately.
But it will not be bad if I have your number now. Is it a bad thing?
No, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Let me have your number. I want important people now. 080.
There is one. Last time I saw you was at which event is that? Before Corona. IDL. Lonte.
Are you serious? Yeah. 081
30 30
22 81 67. What should I spell it with?
Both
Spell that. That's your handle on Instagram.
Yeah, photos by bold.
Okay.
You can just write photos by bold. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to share this to you. Let me just download this so I can.
So this is your WhatsApp too, Abi?
That's my WhatsApp.
Okay. Let me just establish contact.
Yeah, shoot you. I like that. I mean, when my guy they collect contacts. Thank you.
You're welcome. About good evening, sir. I bet you get me on I greet you, my Oga. Good evening.
Why can't we get the guy first?
Okay, the camera guys, check if it's.
She is on mute.
studied her. Would like to acknowledge the presence of a very good friend of mine. Number one, without any competition whatsoever, Mr. Clarence Peters. Out there is the shoot boost, even boost in the shoot. Big shout out to you guys. All right, I can see. Yes, I can see. This lady is also a member of the same group that I am, filmic, and this is a strong woman. Ladies and gentlemen, when you talk Africa, when you talk movies, you're talking Shoma Ute. Please a round of applause for her. Where is she? I saw her. Alright. Okay, then I saw an actor. This lady is versatile. She's good. She's good. And she's not well. I'm sure she's acting all posh here tonight. But she's not normal. She's not normal. Ladies and gentlemen, Choma Abota. Please a round of applause for Choma. Where you go with the form now? Where is she? I want to run the album. In our form, gentle. Alright. We've got Road Boy in the house, award-winning Road Boy. Big shout out. And of course we've got Uti Wachuku in the house. Thank you so much, Uti. And then Ebuka. Okumado. Okubelo boys with Aqua. Okubelo boys with Aqua. Thank you so much. And the list is endless. We'll continue to recognize. Shout out to my AME people, Mr. Demwe and Anahia. I can see them in the building. Thank you for coming out to support us. When I say Buka, I knew it was a shutdown already. Yes, he's always terrorizing us on the carpet, so shout out to him as well. Alright, we don't want to bore you too much. Let's just have the welcome address. Marketing manager, Margaret Igabalo. Please a round of applause for Margaret. Let her just tell out one or two quickly. Okay. Yeah, she's. Please, let's keep the applause. Please, let's keep the applause. Thank you.
We appreciate you for being here today. Thank you very much. Guests in diaspora, thank you practice of Imwahia has proven to be a sustainable source of economic empowerment for many young people in the Southeast, prompting research studies and calls for its national and indeed global adoption. The documentary you're about to watch will make you nostalgic. You remember that cousin, nephew, neighbor, someone you recall who had left the village as a scary-eyed teenager or a young adult to take his chance in an intimidating city, a city such as Lagos, and that has returned many years down the line as a thriving entrepreneur. Yeah, you will even come face to face with your own story, how you have navigated the twists and turns on your peculiar entrepreneurial journey, and how the lessons you learned have contributed to who you are today. As a brand, Himalaya is committed to showcasing and propagating the essence of the apprenticeship system. This is now a source of pride for the Igbo people because we are convinced it is far too important to remain a regional affair. As an organization, International Bureau will continue to have the well-being of people at the center of everything we do. Spotlighting the value and gains of Umuahia is yet another way that International Bureau and Laga is choosing to give back to society. Our vision of bringing people together for a world, for a better world, is one key reason that we're having this exclusive premiere. We assure you that we will continue to explore ways to contribute our quota to society through high-impact projects and causes. We hope that as you watch this documentary, you are filled with a sense of pride, and you are inspired afresh to leave a legacy that endures, just like the many heroes have done before us. Have an amazing time watching. Thank you.
Please one more time, let's put our hands together for Margaret. All right, please let your Guinea guys be on standby. Let them come because we're about to change the energy. Yes, let's change the energy. But I saw someone just walked in right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I saw Fraud. Where are you? Came Fraud. All right, thank you. Thank you for coming. And of course, we've got a big man, a mentor, a man we respect so much. I'm telling you, growing up, we watched him. Even before I had followed him back in the days when he used to do small roles. Meanwhile, up here behind the man at the TV sitcom that year, talking of the new masquerade. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got he's an uncle, an actor, a veteran. Please, a round of applause for Nkem Oro. We love to call him Osofia. Praise the Lord. Because the way you are feeling the aka, we don't. Okay. We're going straight to the performance. We have the Ogene guys that are ready. Please, let's watch and be entertained. Thank you.
amazing International Breweries family. So if you know you're from International Breweries, whether you're a director or whether you're a staff, let me see your hands in the air. Let me see you just wave. Let me hear you scream, hero! Let me hear you say, oh! Rich people's oh. The Aji, that's what we call them. Aji. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why we're here tonight is to premiere this movie. And then, like Ilby said earlier on, it's all about culture, it's all about legacy, it's all about apprenticeship. Apprentice lgbo. Ha! If I wrong, apprentice. Apprenticeship. Okay, it's okay. Alright, that's what we're here tonight for. Ladies and gentlemen, please just let's make sure our phones are on silent and then so it doesn't disturb. And then and you can also reduce the light so it doesn't disturb the person behind you. And please stay put. Here's your screen. Thank you. Actually, this is the time you're supposed to switch the light off, and we've been looking at this poster since. So it is time. What language can I answer now? What can you answer? Because tinye m ife onyonyo ka anyị fụ ife anyị bịara. Ndị ogene na-apụrụtụ ọ ga-asụ na nke ndị Yoruba eje gbawakpa ịnọ keja wekọtawa fún ịna sọsọ nwute
Adamasụkwa Igbo ka nna asụ.
Igbo ha recognize them state by state, in not here, since they are not ready for us. Please, if you know you're from Anambra State, let me hear you make some noise. Ha! These Anambra people. So who is in the shop?
Everybody there.
Which is the shop,
how would you go shop?
If you know, I'm going to name my name in the state. Let me hear you say, oh! Plenty parcels. I said it, that they're in the shop. You thought I was joking. Okay, if you know you're from a Bonny state, let me hear you make some noise. Lechani, it's just you. You people are always few everywhere you go. Always few. Alright, if you know you are from Abia State, they don't even have road to come to this place. Who's Abia? If you're from Abia State, let me hear you make some noise. Ashi, how many states are you from, brother?
Hey! Hey! 442! Let me hear you make some noise!
We are the sons of the soil. We are the children of the lands east of the Niger. We travel far and wide, but we never forget where we come from. We never forget our legacy.
Uncle, ana m ekene Uncle Kawagodulum. Why is Imwafia so important to our people?
Do you know what holds the Igbo man, the Igbo people together most?
No, I don't, Uncle.
You see, I have traveled a lot of places. I have seen people, I have seen cultures, I have seen civilizations. But to be honest with you, I have never seen the people who are as unique as we are. The Igbo man. I have never. We, the Igbo people, are the most business-minded people in this world. Go to me anywhere. We believe that there is no problem in this world that cannot be solved through bargaining, through negotiation. That's why I hear words like Wabafia.
True.
You understand?
True, sir.
So everything becomes Afia to them.
Market.
Exactly. Wabafia. The world is a marketplace.
Sir.
Our culture is so rooted in the spirit of trade that we even name our days of the week after markets. You understand? That is why we have a cake. Oh yeah. After. Instead of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Our culture was founded on the spirit of Ufobi and Onyangarawani, which simply translates to brotherliness, togetherness, and then good communal harmony. Long before the white man came to this area, this country,
yes, sir,
our people were trading across seas, across waters. And they were making profit. Oh, yes. Even after the amalgamation, that spirit of entrepreneurship is still in us. We're working with it, living in it. And then came the Civil War. Yes, our people were pushed to a corner, very dark corner. The devastation, the destruction, everything denied us our economy. So much so that it became difficult for an Igbo man to exist, to get the basic things of life. We lost everything. We lost the war. Not only did we lose them, we found out that we have lost our seat at the table. And the big question then was, how could we stand up again? How could we redefine our future? Our people went back to the roots. We brushed up those things that our forefathers handed back to us. Iswafia.
Uncle, but let me ask, how did Imwahia help to define us as a people, as he has today?
I'll tell you a story of Chuks. Chukunulunum.
My name is Chukunulonum, but everybody calls me some truths. Growing up, I helped my father on their farm at Ubolu in Bende State, but I really wanted to be a businessman. I told my father I wanted to travel to learn a trade. Well, initially, he disagreed. But soon as I grew older, I told my family I was leaving. Of course, they were upset. But my father decided to bless me. He gave me a favorite cap and played for me. He said I would be successful in whatever I'm doing. He hurt my mother. She struggled, but she too later let me go.
Like Chooks, many Igbo boys set out to learn a trade in the big cities across Nigeria. They seek to master a trade, make money, and bring honor and pride to their families and communities. To understand this system, we visit a professor of the University of Nigeria, Enugu campus.
Basically, when we talk about apprenticeship, we're talking about a learning process, a tuition process, by which prospects who want to master a particular trade, usually the various artisanry, a trade, various trades of various categories, where the process by which they acquire the skills, understanding the trade, the dynamics, how to serve the customers, how to buy the wares, how to negotiate and price. That process is what we call apprenticeship system. But the modern Imwa here that is learning a trade, particularly if Iba boy, it got a boost after the Civil War.
The Igbo boy started shortly after the war ended, and the economy was bad. There was no money anywhere, and people were left to their fate. So the few people that still have a thriving business decided, okay, we Igbos, how do we help ourselves? Sir Louis Odumegwu Ojukwu of late memory became Ba's father of Nnewi. He was among the foremost people that started this scheme. He took a lot of people out of Nnewi to train them, and he settled them and set them up in businesses in Lagos. So that way the wealth spread across the Igbo land, and most people started adopting the scheme.
And this Imwafia, the system has 3 stages. First of all, finding a place to learn your trade.
Mm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Second is going into the training, practical training of the trade. So that you see these things have sequences. They have a sequence. Yes, exactly. Then, the third one is the final one. That is settlement. That is when you know that you have finished whatever you're doing.
Many successful Igbo icons have emerged from the system to become household names in Africa.
After my school, my brother took me to work with him, so that after some time he will establish me. My brother Gabros, he took me to one Mr. Ufondo, who is #1 in message pass then, to go and learn message pass with him for 6 months. Ufondo said that he doesn't want people to learn from him. He wants people to come and serve him for 5-6 years. He will establish the business for the person. My brother tell him, he already have the money to establish me. He wants him to teach me so that he bring his money to establish me. He said no, he don't do that. Then we go. He took me to Paris Marathon. We agreed that I will stay with him for 6 months. After 6 months, then my brother will establish the business for me. So after 6 months, my brother come back to him to tell him it's the time to come out. Mr. Malaka said he doesn't want to release me. He wants to stay with me for 3 years. That he will do me as somebody that stayed 6 years. That I've come to him for 6 months, but he see a lot of difference from his business.
After the death of my parents, I was brought to Lagos by my senior sister's husband to serve them, though their business was not strong then, and we were into provision shop. After 2-3 years, the business boom up, and we enter motor spare parts. I was in that provision shop. My oga enter motor parts, and little by little, he was exporting goods from here to Abidjan. And 2008, we all moved to Abidjan, and we stayed there for a long time. And when my settlement reached, and I told him that I'm not going to stay in Abidjan, that the lifestyle of the people is not the same thing with my own. I'm not going to stay there. And I need to come to Nigeria, that this is the place that I want to base and do my business. He said that I will not leave, that I will stay with him, though I have no option, but I have decided within myself that even though he didn't settle me, that I will move. After a little quarrel with him, I know that I have nobody to talk to him. I've called my family there. My family say I should stay there, that whenever he decides to settle me, he settle me. I told him to settle me, and I have nobody, because he knows that I have nobody that will fasten the movement. So I stay until the time he decided to settle me. He settled me, and I told him that I'm not going to stay in Abidjan. I come down here, open my own business. With a little money he gave me, then he gave me 300,000.
Imwaya is significantly different in operations from the Igbaboy system.
People mix Imwaya up with Igbaboy. The two are different. Under Igbaboy, a boy is taken from wherever to come and serve a particular boss. And sometimes it's done under a good faith, no written or agreement. Because most times even the boss doesn't know where the boy is coming from. Maybe a friend of his went to his village, and there's this boy in the village, doesn't know what to do. The parents are poor. They're looking out for a way to help the family. Okay, he takes the boy, bring it to his friend. Okay, you need a boy. This is a boy. Let him serve you. So, under the Igbo boy, after the boy must have served for a good number of years, and it's not written anywhere that this boy will serve for 2 years or 3 years. Under the Igbo boy scheme, is not done that way. But for Imwa here, there's an agreement between you and the boss that I'm going to learn this for 2 years. And at some point, you might pay to learn. Some other times, your mentor might not take anything from you in terms of monetary payments and all that. But there's an agreement, because you are limited to certain things while learning the business in his shop or in his office. So those agreements, you're not supposed to breach them while you are learning. And you are not, he's not under any obligation to set you up after the Emwahia. But for an Eba boy, your boss is under obligation to set you up once you are done serving him diligently. And no stipulated amount is written for that scheme. He can go on to give you 3 million depending on how he felt you served him while doing the Eba boy.
Somebody can mentor you without you're not necessarily coming to live with the person. But when it comes to apprenticeship, you will live with the apprentice will live with master. And for the period of years. While living with master, you're learning the trade, you're also offering services. And sometimes those services go beyond the formal trade. For instance, if you're learning how to trade in spare parts, you not only offer services doing the spare parts, you live with the master, offer domestic help also.
You are limited to some things. Like me, I am not limited to, I can decide to go home now. Then the person who is serving cannot do so. I can get a corner and go somewhere without permission or something. Then I give a call, sorry sir, something came up, and so, but the person who is doing the boy is limited to what, he doesn't have a free time of himself. His time is controlled, his activities are controlled by his own box.
Definitely, when you come for the first time, they will give you like 6 months try. So after that 6 months, now complete it a year. So now go back to village. Sometimes if you go with your master, or your master if you go alone, go and meet your people. So maybe one day and now talk how many years the young guy have to stay with the master.
There are benefits and at the same time they are stress because your freedom will be restricted for some years, around 4 to 6 years. And at the same time it's favorable because after the end of your settlement you will be paid or you'll be given some money to start up your own business, your own enterprises. And there's stress on it also, and it's hard work. You need hard work, dedication, and honesty to work. But by the end of 5-6 years, you get paid. And with the experience you have with your boss or with your guy, you can manage your own. Most big men here started with boy.
A boy might serve, and at the end of the service year, he's left with nothing. It could be that while he was serving, he was stealing from the boss. And the boss might not openly contended with him, just so you can finish serving him. So at the end of your service year, he will bring out your record and, okay, so time we did a stock taking. This money was missing. This money was missing. This money, where are they? So if the boy can't account for all those missing money, the boss can say, okay, I don't know what else to do with you. I've settled you. Whenever you find this money missing under your custody, then we can start talking. But other times, it could be as a business challenge faced by the boss too. I'm not really now that some bosses are not wicked. After a boy serves you diligently for some years and they might decide to level some allegation against the boy just to lay him off. But other times it could be business challenges. A boss might be doing well, but because of one bank issue or a business gone bad, he doesn't have money anymore. What he will do is, okay, boys, this is the end of your service here. I don't have anything to give you, but once there's something, I'll call you back and we'll talk about this. Go back to your families or look for something else to do. So that way, it's actually done in good faith, and the both parties understands perfectly that, okay, this my oga, I understand his predicament, and they can take it that way.
To comprehend the importance of this system to the culture of the Igbo people, our journey takes us to the seat of Igbo traditional leadership, the palace of the Obi of Onitsha.
The apprenticeship system, whether in trading or in enterprise or in vocation, is an offshoot of this determination to produce the best human beings for the community, who can contribute to the community, also help themselves.
People graduate with head knowledge, with theoretical knowledge, only developing the cognitive domain.
the psychomotor domain, the skills, the arts of various systems were not acquired. They just go and cram things. Our education system has only memory. There's little hands-on. There's little psychomotor development, which this apprenticeship system inculcates with the people.
A successful businessman or, in his vocation, whether it's a carpenter or a bricklayer or, whatever he does, takes on apprentices, oftentimes will be anywhere from 1, 2 to 5 apprentices at a time at different levels of progression in terms of their development and so on. And the basic arrangement is that we give you our son to serve you for 5 years, after which you'll now help to set him up and venture capital to set him up to become independent. And then he begins to take on his own apprentices. So it's a pyramid system that continues to generate quality human beings for the community and within the community.
When I'm training boys in my shop where we are selling, my shop can contain about 30 boys. I have about 40 shops in one shop together so they can contain us. I don't have branch. We all there working. Some boys stay with me. Every year, I establish so many people, so many of them. I settle about 10 every year. Every year, I bring more 10 people. Settle them. All of them now is millionaires. They are doing very well. Because I train them, give them the way, advise them. Because business is that when you put your own idea, you will make it.
I was settled in 2009, and by now, I know how many people that I have also settled, and they are doing well. So many of them has money more than me. So many of them are rich men. So many of them are abroad. The one that I settled in 2014 is now a billionaire. So life is gradually by gradually. It doesn't matter where you start. What matters is where your heart is taking you to, and you believe in who you are and in what you can be able to achieve.
When I got into the scheme properly to learn the trade and all that, I began to understand some of these things that we are taught. Okay, as a business person, you can't succeed without your books being in order. We are taught that in school. And I learned that because most times, not most times, all the time, at the end of the year, we do a stock taking of what goods went to where, what cash went to where, the debts were owed, and so all those things I was seeing them practically done in the market, and it actually projected me to how and where I am right now. Things like forecasting, we read them in school, but coming to the market, you now see the practical thing about forecasting when it comes to business. You can be able to say, okay, the price of these goods, it's this week. Dollar is the price of dollar is going up. Why not I hold some? Why not I hold some goods? And that is you forecasting. What will happen if I sell off all these things and the dollar price is shooting up? What if I sell and I'm not able to buy dollar again to, import? So by that, I'll say, okay, no. I have maybe 1,000 pieces of clogs or 2,000 pieces of bearings. I'm not going to sell now. Let me keep calm and watch what will happen in the next few weeks. If the price will drop or what will happen.
It's almost like going to business school.
Or they go more than going to business school. To be honest with you, business school. Because a lot of things you have to learn. If you enter into a trade, you know that almost all the other things are involved in it. Why do you think that most of the commercial things that take place in this country are controlled by our people? because they learn this trade. It is in their blood.
Sir.
Do you understand? Look, check it. All those places are occupied by our people. Name it. We call it transport business. We're holding construction. We're holding sway there.
True.
ICT.
True.
We're holding sway there.
True.
Manufacturing. We're holding sway there. Import and export. We are there.
Same.
We are there. Now we're coming. And then even automobiles.
When I see that motorcycle is very expensive in Nigeria, I check the price of motorcycle, I check up and calculate the content of the motorcycle. I found that the motorcycle is more expensive for nothing. So I went back to overseas to bring the motorcycle components on pieces and assemble them local. Motorcycle they are selling 150,000. The first one I assembled 80. I said 80,000. And 80,000 there's enough profit.
The system of Imwahia actually helped me, and for Igbo boy, it's in general it has lifted so many families out of poverty. You know, so many people. You find out that the boss they are serving is from Imo State, but they are from Enugu, maybe from a rural town in Enugu. And this boy served for 5 years or so, got settled, and he set up in business and all that. Maybe 5 years down the line again, he has gone to his village to pick another boy to serve him. And that way, the wealth is being spread across.
People are roaming the streets without skills. And because they denigrate the system of apprenticeship, they don't want to go and learn and acquire the capital to be able to do business.
The journey of the Igbo apprentice is truly a hero's walk. And when they finally get their freedom, it is a great time to celebrate. And celebrate they do.
In all of this area, the government can help in creating the enabling environment, and the training, basic training, continuing training, etc., and making loans and capital available inexpensively. The government can play a large role in that.
Get people, train them, and give them seed capital to develop. And they have a safety net where they can all come in the event where they start having issues.
It's about time the system be scaled up. Let people actually know more about it, and it could be incorporated into our syllabus, taught in schools.
Entrepreneurial courses in the curriculum, for at least at the tertiary level, entrepreneurial courses for students to have a broad exposure.
One way to give boosts or impetus or fillip to the agricultural transformation program is to do apprenticeship system. Get the big traders, Obasanjos, they will train younger ones and they give them seed capital. Government will be training these boys through the main people. Otherwise, these monies they are sharing to young boys without proper mentorship, proper apprenticeship system will be filtered away.
The making of any authentic hero lies in his journey, the challenges and the choices he makes on his path to success. Only then can he truly say he has laid a legacy for others to follow.
Ukunulonum is now a very big distributor. He distributes this our favorite beer, Hero Lager beer.
Nationwide.
Yes. And people regard him as a hero. And he is a hero. If you could achieve such success from almost nothing, he is a hero.
My name is Chukwunolonu. When my oga carried me to Newi, I just started another life by studying human beings, studying everything, even the food they eat. That particular time, I'm learned a bit. So when when they write the invoice finish, my duty is to cross-check everything the man wrote there, so that some of the mistakes, I can be able to extract it. There's one we are going to add more to the customer, and some of them, it will not be enough. My duty is to make sure that everything is okay. And majority of the customers, they like me with it because they are no more in danger whether their money is over in the business or their money is less. I have a relationship with many of the customers because when they come, when they finish the market, I'm the one to tie their carton and carry it to their motor or to the park where they are going to go. So from there, I begin to get my own customers because immediately I started my own, it's majority of that customer. And when I told them that I've already started my own, they would like to come and buy one or two things from me. And from there, I grew up. So I learned a lot from my master, and that orientation I have when I was an apprentice then, it helps me a lot today. When I was in spare parts is what they need to know Newi. If you are talking about Newi, we talk about Newi with a spare parts, old spare parts. That is the only thing they are specialized on. Spare parts made me what I am today because, for example, it's old spare parts. You can get something 200 naira and you can sell it 2,000 naira. The only thing you have to know to make sure that what you are getting is good. You can start life with old spare parts without nothing. Some people don't even enter there with money. But you can use something we call baranda. When customer come, you ask you whether I get this. You don't even get it, but you know where the thing is. You can go and bring it and top small money from the person. Then when you sell it, from there you can be able to make your money. I spent 6 months in learning that work. Then before I can be able to get small money from my parents, I take another 6 months, so automatically it's 1 year. I enter Idumota, started, because before, if I enter that time, when I went to Idumota, I didn't get shop instantly. I have to sport with one man they call Bengas. He's selling spare parts, but importing it. So, and he's a friend from me, from Unewi. So when I spoke with him, even he gave me a house, I slept in his place for some time. Then I learned the movement of that market. You know, that time, you know, in Unewi, there's nothing like Alaye. You cannot hear all this nonsense. But here, you will be hear somebody, all these problems, Alaye, when you carry something, you say, oh, weather. You cannot see all such things in East.
Chukwonolonum has over the years trained many apprentices through this unique mentorship model, and he continues to engage several others today. His story is a typical hero's walk among the Igbo people throughout Nigeria.
Uncle, I'm inspired.
You should be.
You
should be.
I am totally inspired.
That is the story of our life. That is our legacy. The legacy we're going to bequeath to our children.
True.
The legacy that was laid down, transferred to us from our own fathers.
True, Uncle.
Legacy transfer of ideas, success, wealth.
Skill, Uncle.
Name is skills. We are the people that will conquer the world with when it comes to commerce. When it comes to trade, buying and selling, the Igbo man will conquer the globe. I'm telling you this.
I believe you, Uncle. Totally.
Hero Brand is a brand that deeply cares about the growth of its consumers. is a brand that exists mainly to accord reward to hardworking Igbo consumers of the East. The whole essence of the documentary for us is really to inspire and to tell an authentic story. We've seen different articles online about the Igbo apprentice model. We've even seen international speakers, and then the entrepreneurs themselves can tell their own story. That's the most authentic form of storytelling. They are the ones that developed this model. They're the ones that know this model in and out, and they're the ones that have all the intricacies of the model that the international community cannot tell. So it's very important to us that the story comes from an authentic place. The story comes from a very believable place, from a credible source. And for us as a brand, we're very proud to tell this story because that is what we stand for. We're all about identity, we're about legacy, we're about growth and progress of our consumers. And we can't wait for the world to really see this story.
Now, I want you to tell this story the way I have told you. Tell your children and ask your children to tell it to their own children. Because this is who we are. Will you do that? I coach them.
I came to this city on a night bus many years ago. Where he took me under his wings and taught me the ropes. Our people say. Then he cleared a fresh path for me and started me on my journey. Now, I'm passing on this legacy to my son. A legacy that will outlive me. For this is the sum of our efforts. This is the true reward for heroes. Ahagi Fula, may your name never be forgotten.
Okay, it's yours. Thank you. I think this is for you people. Yeah. You said? For that camera guy. Yeah, no, let me just do that. Let's go there. Hold on. I don't know if I can just have that opportunity now. Yes. Now that you have seen the documentary, so I'll just ask questions. So I would like you to detail your experience watching the documentary. Wonderful experience, honestly. I thank God I was there. Of course, I've been hearing of Igbo people, but I've not had this aspect of their history. Very, very interesting. Very interesting, and a lot to learn from.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you mentioned a lot to learn from and an important aspect of history. And we know that one very important lesson that young people can learn is about who they are, what they are about. So what do you advocate when it comes to teaching history as a subject to the young generation?
It's something that I think the Igbo people need to really, develop and make it a kind of subject in the school for the younger ones to learn from. And more importantly, the people should be taught of perseverance, the ability to be able to hold on and wait for their time.
Thank you very much, man. I'm very grateful. God bless you. So I'm going to be speaking to some more people on, their perspective of the documentary. Superstar fraud in the building. One day. I beg no vex. I go just ask you question sharp. How you feel about this documentary when you just watch?
I go talk for English,
Igbo, English, pidgin, anyone.
I want to mean in a documentary and kill it. Because I go to school where I'm on my hair for 2 years now.
Wow.
Aya cosmetics. I'm a man in an Aboma Kinswaha. Yota so mana ki all the no ko ebe mo na aka come yota. Because any na one me osafia egba jamu, any na me na aya me man China na cemetery market aba. Yota go so anyam anwere ko abo e. Okwi for documentary meta. onwe he tokali m wee kalia ya because ọ dị mma ka e wee gwa ndị be anyị ebe esi amalite that omume ịzụ ahịa that omume ime negotiation that is inwe mkpakọrịta na-abịa n'ihe ịgụ ahịa yọtago so ihe njiwe na-akụ abụ mụ abụ the product ana ana m ebe a today dị success o nwere ihe na-eme taa madị etinye uche ma ọ bụ ihe mmụta from oge a mgbe abụọ na-aba yọtago so mba ihe a confirm ihe
thank you very much nwanne ụmụ Igbo geenụ ntị so many lessons to learn. Fraud just told us that he's a product of the system and he invested a lot. I'm going to be speaking to somebody very important. Good evening, sir. I mean, nice to meet you in person. I feel so blessed to meet you in person. And a lot of people would most definitely get to see this documentary and, get to appreciate the work and the effort that you put into the production. I'd like to ask you, did you learn anything new about the Igbo culture in the course of this production?
You know the funny thing? I told someone, I said, the idea was to just, do this job and tell a story, a simple story. But I felt like I fell in love with the Igbo people after this experience. Now, thing is, I schooled in Igbo land. Okay. I went to FGC Enugu. Oh, I done my own 6 years of Igbo boy, in FGC Enugu. Nice. But on this journey, I kind of learned a lot more about the Igbo people. I understood what inspired them now. People think they're aggressive, they're very, always getting in your face. But when you go to the past and you understand what their orientation is, what the culture is, how they turn their difficulty into their motivation. Honestly, I'm Yoruba, but I'm proud. I'm proud of the Igbo people. I think this experience, it was wonderful. Thank you.
This is a proud Igbo boy moment, and I'm so excited. Thank you so much. I mean, he put in a lot of work in the production, and I hope that when people get to see this, they would appreciate the effort that went into the creativity, the hard work, the dedication that went into this production. Thank you once again. God bless you so much. I'm still going to be speaking to some more people. We just saw genius work. We just saw creativity at its peak. Creative people who sat down, thought about this, and did this compilation. I've been speaking to a lot of more people. Bros, I beg no offense. I know you don't have to be Igbo.
No, I'm a staff.
Okay, you're a...
I'm a staff.
It doesn't matter. Did you see the documentary? I don't know why they fear me. One day after now. Okay, when you finish. Hey, one day. How you doing now? So, I mean, you can tell from the excitement. Look at everyone who saw the documentary. Super excited about the production. I mean, there's no way you would view that documentary and not learn a lot about the Igbo culture. And I'm sure that everyone here, that saw that documentary is blessed to be part of this epoch-making experience. I'd love to speak to some more people in the direction I'm pointing at Zoro Akpaswag. One day, sorry, no verse. Just quick. 2 minutes, one day.
Give me my money that you owe me.
I will give you the money.
I want to give boy 8 years and you may settle wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zoro Akpaswag, Zoro Swag Bag. I've been saying it since that Igbo Wenemadu is an eminent son of Igbo land, and we are proud of him. One day, hero now. One day, the boy will hero now. Confirm. One day, Adim okay now. Confirm. Confirm. Nice one. So one day, I want to ask you. I know, say, you get plenty things when you go tell me. If I ask you, say, may you give me reasons why you dey proud, say you be Igbo boy. But I just want you give me one. Just give me one. One reason when we say every day when you wake up and you think about them, your belly is sweet, you say you be proud one for.
Igbos know they carry last. Hey. I'm not capping. As an Igbo boy, I don't fit carry last.
But no cap.
Make I carry last, I'll carry Gigi. You go build the place, I will build the place.
Confirm.
You go drive Rolls Royce, I go drive Rolls Royce. Instead of make you drive to make I drive one. But carry last, no.
Mbanu, Gigi, go, Gigi. One day confirm, God bless you. Correct. Zoro Akpaswag, Zoro Swag Back. Really proud of the eminent sons and daughters of Igbo land. I'll try to see if I can speak to some more people. A lot of people are feeling extra charged after seeing this documentary. I mean, it's eye-opening. It's mind-boggling. There is no way you would watch this and not be proud that you're Igbo. Remember all that I have said from the introduction. Raise your head up, whether you're from Abia, Whether you are from Enugu, whether you are from Ebonyi, whether you are from Anambra, whether you are from Imo, raise your head up, stand up wherever you are, across the world, anywhere in Nigeria. If you are Nwafo, God bless you. More people, more people, more people. Before I push you, don't call your number. Last time when my phone will just be like, don't go. You need to get important contacts. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful.
Maybe not Euro, I've been read something, I don't know. Just put Euro so that you remember.
Thank you very much. My landlord no go give me. I never pay rent. I won't come with the person come. Thank you very much. I don't finish.
Sound.